Hey guys, so I'm Riele Downs, as you may know, and if you don't know, just check out my page and you'll see who I am. I'm on Nickelodeon, and I'm a fashion designer, sort of, I think. So, today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the designs I've made so far. So, first of all, a pro tip for me was getting this book. Oh, I don't want to show you guys the designs I have in queue for the future, but this book was really helpful for me because it has, like, dress forms already done in there, so that made it really easy for me to kind of design upon. And yeah, the first design of my, well, first of all, little preamble thing. I've been designing since I was in kindergarten. Literally, I remember, and I have drawings of designs from when I was like 4 years old. Me and my best friend would just be designing clothes. So I guess that's kind of what led me to do this. And then I kind of realized, hey, I could be making these designs for myself and I could be wearing these things. So yeah, I just decided to do that because it's really fun to shopping for the materials and you know, finding someone to make it and watching it be put together. It's really an awesome experience. So the first design I made was for the KCAs last year, and there wasn't much difficulties with that, but there was a language barrier between me and the person who was making the dress, so that was kind of difficult. Oh, and I made my sisters for the KCAs last year as well. So I'm back upstairs, and this is the first outfit. I told you guys that I would show you in actuality what it looked like. I'm sure I'll have photos as well as what it looked like on the carpet. This was the skirt piece, this was the top piece. It kind of has like a little dip in the back. Yeah, this was a playful one. I saw this and it kind of stood out to me because it reminded me of the Kids' Choice Awards, but while still keeping its unique element of, like, you know, two-tone colors, and like this is a little different, you know. So yeah, and if you know me, you know I love turtlenecks, so that had to go in there for sure. But I really like this piece. Even though these aren't pockets, it's just kind of like a nice, like, kind of represents like a mermaid tail type sort of thing. So this one was sort of like a fantasy outfit even. Kind of reminded me of like a fantasy world a little. So, next, I found the zipper. I couldn't find it before, but now I found the zipper. This was Raya's outfit, KCA outfit that I made the same year, KCA's 2017. This one was kind of an assisted design by her. Even though I designed it, I kind of got her input on what she wanted it to look like. So we have this little slit in the side with some ribbon. This is kind of in the earlier process, so we weren't secure on a dressmaker as of yet. So, but it also had this. Ooh, this is kind of messy. Sorry, matching part here. We wanted to kind of like remind us of a galaxy a little bit, and we have laid several different patterns over each other that kind of get this effect. So yeah, and a two-piece because we wanted it to be casual and sporty and fun. So that's where that came in. So the next dress I made was for the RDMAs last year, and it was kind of more like classy, a little bit more like schoolgirl kind of vibes, I guess. And there wasn't much difficulties with that because the person we chose to make the dress was kind of a master of like using grommets and whatever. I guess the only difficulty was that the grommets were weighing the dress down. Thank you. This one I think was the third one that I made. This was for the RDMAs, and I really like this one. It's a little classier. It's a little, well, still keeping that playful element, of course. For me, the most important part of this was having these rivets here. I really liked that element of it. And I'd say the most difficult part for the dressmaker was keeping all of these rivets. I don't even know how to say it.
Grommets?
Grommets, thank you. Don't at me about this. We're keeping these grommets on. We actually had to, this design initially had 4 of these things here, but we had to make it 3 because there was a whole weight problem because these grommets are pretty heavy. So that was a problem we ran into, but other than that, I think this one worked out pretty well. We also wanted to get like the right type of bow and the right like reflect of it. So yeah, that's this piece. Next I made, gosh, I don't even remember. Next I made the dress for my friend's party. That one we kind of repurposed different pieces of clothing to make the dress because we'd had like no time, so I designed that like a week before we had to do it. This one, which actually, even though I designed it, we actually found different pieces so we didn't have to completely sew the outfit. So this skirt was completely made by us. I mean, this isn't what it looks like, but this skirt goes on and then you put this tulle over top of it. So that was, it's supposed to it did look like one dress, but it was actually 2 pieces because this is the top we actually found at LF, and we just repurposed it. So we added this in, we added these here to match my design. Yeah, and then these two go together and make sort of a dress type effect, if you guys have seen it. So that one was fun for me. I literally actually designed that a few days before I had to make this outfit because it was kind of a last minute thing for one of my friend's birthday parties. So yeah, that one had to happen pretty quick. The next one after that was Tiny Christmas, my movie on Nickelodeon, in which I kind of made this like elaborate dress, and the difficulty for that was kind of like sewing and getting the lace exactly where we wanted it to do to get that effect that we wanted. So here's my Tiny Christmas outfit, and guys, check out my design page. It's at Riele's Designs. Almost messed it up myself. It's at Riele's Designs, and you could see the original sketch and like where it kind of came from. So my inspiration for this piece was honestly kind of like that butterfly effect. Like I initially actually wanted the tulle to be a little bigger than this. Like if you could see in the design, it was like a little bit bigger and whatever. I just kind of wanted it to have a unique shape to it. Like the shape of this dress was really important to me. It has pockets, so that I love pockets. I think they're really convenient. I loved picking out this tulle. It's just a really pretty pattern. And yeah, we had to dye this dress because it wasn't this color originally when we made it. So yeah, this one was a fun one. And I wore that to the Tiny Christmas movie premiere. And then after that was, I guess, the bigger one, which was this year's KCA's, which I made. It was like a jumpsuit, but it was actually two pieces because that was going to be easier for like the layout of the dress and for like living in it all day. The only difficulty we had was the body form in here was actually taller than me, of course, so we had to kind of like shorten the lengths of a lot of the stripes and kind of take out a few pieces of the stripes. And after that, and another difficulty we had was that there were like weights at the bottom of the dress to kind of get that flowy, you know, effect that we wanted. So that kind of was weighing down the dress a little, so we had a little difficulty there. So next we have, sorry, I'm kind of losing my train of thought. Next we have, this was probably my biggest piece, and this was my design for the KCA's this year, which was KCA's 2018. So I don't know how to get this one out. I don't think, just give me one second. So, I got it out. Here's this one. I'll talk about kind of the difficulties I had when we go downstairs, but this here is the design. Yeah, this was a really fun one to make. I remember designing this, and I guess the only difficulty that we had was the thing that I designed it on, like the body that I designed it on, was taller than me. So then we had to kind of, this initially had a few more layers of different colors, but we had to take those away so that it would fit me because I'm kind of short. So yeah, we had to do that. And then the only other difficulty was one of these kind of kept falling off on the carpet, which was pretty annoying because there are weights actually in this skirt here. So it was kind of weighed down a little bit, and that was a little difficult. But other than that, this one was a really, really fun one to make and to wear. I just felt kind of like a superhero, so that was fun. And then next, I made my most recent outfit, which was for the Kindness Prom, Instagram Kindness Prom, that was a really fun one. I actually designed that, sorry, car noise, a week before the prom, and it didn't even feel forced. I just kind of had an idea, went with it, and then we kind of just, yeah, we had two different like clothing color options for that. We were going to do like a blue one or a pink one, pinkish lavender. So we really liked the pink and lavender. We just felt like it had a nice effect. And then it's a little different from the design because the design had a different pattern going to here as well, but we only wanted the tulle to go there. So it was a little different than the design, but I think it came out even better than I had expected. And then last but not least, I wore this to the Instagram Kindness Prom this year. So that was actually like a month ago or a few months ago. This, once again, is meant to look like a dress, but it is two pieces just because it's kind of easier to do that. I've known in this whole process of making clothing, it's kind of just easier to make a two-piece thing. So I'll talk to you guys a bit downstairs about the difficulties of like, I remember clothing shopping for this and like getting the fabrics and everything, so I'll talk about that. But this, here's the skirt and this is the top. It was really important to me this was actually added last minute And a fun fact about this is this was actually designed a week before like a week and a half before the prom had to happen. But it wasn't like, it didn't even feel like a rush design. I just had kind of the inspiration for it. I'm like, hey, this would be really good for this event. So yeah, it kind of has like a Renaissance feel is what I felt, is what I was intending for. It has this kind of caging and such in the corset here. So I remember I really loved wearing this. It did get a little tight during the night because I kept eating snacks and I'm like, this is really tight. So, but yeah, this was so fun to make, and I'll talk more about it upstairs. So I wanted to show you guys it in all of their full glory. So thank you. And those are kind of a recap of all the designs I've made. Thank you for watching. I hope that you've sorry, there's noise. I hope that you're inspired. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'm gonna wait because there's noise. Oh my gosh, hurry up. I think that's good. So go to my design page at Riele's Designs if you guys want to see my original sketches versus like how it came out to be on the carpet. And I hope to design a lot more stuff in the future. I hope to come up with a line soon. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.